even number 100
Yeah.
on the list. So I can imagine Jacobs or Caton going to Mike at that time saying, Mike, you'd have to fight George. And Mike would say, he's still fighting? I mean, isn't he old? He's too, Ali used to say that about some fighters, and he used to say that about Archie Moore when he had to fight Archie Moore. And he'd say about Archie, he's old enough to be my granddaddy. He should hang him up right now. So for Mike, he was not afraid of George. He was the best in my opinion, but the greatest is still Ali.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You talked to Mike Tyson. Does Mike Tyson have any regrets? Has he ever made any admissions to you, certain things that still bother him that he regrets to this day?
You know what? I've never asked Mike that question. He's done a book, Undisputed Truth, and he's going to be on TV quite a bit now. Of course, obviously with his new promotion company, IMP. He's going to be fights every month at the Sands Casino in Bethlehem, where he's going to be on TV before the fight, after the fight, talking. There's a lot of questions about his upbringing, Customado, what he did. It's all in the book, but I don't ask him those questions. It's like I kind of know what he would say, and I think I know what he would say, but I don't want to put him to the test. I let him say, if the press want to ask him those questions, that's fine. All they know is that during that period, 86, 87, 88, if someone asked him, do you have any regrets, Mike? Well, not now, man. I'm a hero doing commercials on TV. In 89, 90, 91, 92, well, he might have said, well, Robin screwed me over and Don King. I wish I had a little bit more discipline to stay away. Maybe that, but I've never asked him face to face, because I don't want him to slap me. I might have to hit him, and that would be bad.
Is he as happy today as he was back then, or do you think he's just as happy right now, more happier, vice versa? What do you think?
I think he's happier now. He has a family. He has a sensational wife. Kiki's sensational. He's got 2 incredible kids living with him. So that gives him tremendous amount of joy. I see him with his kids, Back then, there was a lot of pressure on Mike, while he never showed it, being heavyweight champion of the world. If you're a baseball player, you can strike out 3 times and hit the game-winning home run. If you're a basketball player, you can miss 14 free throws, but hit the game winner. In football, you can drop 6 passes and catch the one that wins the game. In boxing, 1 punch and the ball game is over. And being the youngest heavyweight champ of all time, expected to win every fight by knockout. No mom, no dad, no family, just great friends. The pressure on Mike was enormous, but he handled it. I think that now there's no pressure from the one-man show. He loves that. There's no pressure really from being a promoter, other than doing what he believes is best for his fighters. That's a little bit of a test that he knows he's got, but it's not like being heavyweight champion. His family is what makes him happy now. I see him with it, and I think he's happier now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make this probably the last question, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up, George. This is the question. Since we talked about Mayweather, him being the fighter of this era, what would happen hypothetically if Mike Tyson and Mayweather were in the same division and they were to face each other?
Let's say if Mayweather was a heavyweight, let's take that route. It's always dangerous if you're fighting Mike Tyson and your hands are down. I think that Mayweather is incredibly gifted athletically, incredibly gifted. But there's no fighter that recently has jumped on him, really. And Mike, what he'd like to do is come right out across the ring and throw bombs. For a fighter to fight like Mayweather does, and I'm hoping that young kids do not emulate that, with that left hand down by his waist. Rather keep your hands up, move your head. If Mayweather was a heavyweight, I think that left hand down would be deathly for him. He just lays there without moving his head. So I'd pick Mike over Mayweather. There are fighters who are smaller guys that would have given Mike a lot more trouble. If Sugar Ray Leonard was a heavyweight, if Tommy Hearns was a heavyweight, if Marvin Hagler was a heavyweight, Those guys were mean, tough guys, hands up, chin down, tremendous punchers. Mayweather's an excellent puncher and a tremendous chin and tremendous heart. But those hands down are very dangerous when you're fighting one of the guys who's one of the biggest punchers in the history of boxing. So I would take Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mike Tyson would definitely be one of Floyd Mayweather's most dangerous opponents, just because, like you said, Mike Tyson's his defense was completely overrated. He had one of the best defenses in the whole heavyweight history. So, and then the reflexes like a cat. He wasn't just a brawler. He was a brawler, but he was as quick as a slickster. So yeah, I would say that would definitely be an extremely competitive fight.
I would pay to see it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Just bring extra beer.
Well, I want to say thank you for being my guest. I really appreciate you coming to the show, Steve Lott.
Pleasure.
And thank you guys for you guys watching. We'll be back next Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys later.
And I didn't get cut or anything.
And he didn't get cut. And we're going to try to get this man some liquor because I think he's ready to get some.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, take care. I'm on to the next one.